Welcome back to another video. This is gonna be the first video in like way too long. I was working on a very detailed and in-depth video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have that as last video or the next video, but regardless, it's like really long, very detailed, very in-depth, and more of a, it's gonna extend the life of the channel more. It's a how-to video. But we have company coming over tomorrow, and we had a dump trailer load of pallets. That was like huge dump trailer load with a bunch of other wood, so loaded that on. Nice big fire. That tin warping? Yeah. Looks like it. Some of the stuff's getting a little hot, so we're gonna throw a little bit of water on, hopefully cool it down. And this tin on this old RV trailer that we use as a playhouse is starting to warp. So yeah, it's like really kind of hot there. That is a very big, very hot fire. With that, now we got it going. It's some pallets, so it's pine. It'll burn in a heartbeat. You like the spark has to look at pine, and sometimes it'll burn. Or especially pallets, they're just made out of soft wood usually. Safe to say TJ enjoys the new corn fodder. He just ran outside, but when he was still in here, he was acting all crazy and going after the corn fodder like he always does. Yeah, he likes it. We're bedding the cattle now. Got a bale of corn fodder. Dad's gonna throw that bale in somewhere on one side or the other, and I'll get to bed it. The young beef steers, can't hardly see them. But they enjoy the new corn fodder as well. I need to bed that pen. Dad's busy bedding that. Come on, there we go. Dad's bringing the second bale of corn fodder down. We're down here for the fat steers and that bale's rolled right in his way. Fat steers and little heifers. Dad got 2 bales of corn fodder there, 1 hay bale there, 1 wrapped hay bale there. We're gonna put 1 bale in here and then 1 in the barn. Okay, there's your door. Drop this fella right down in there. That'll keep the door shut a little bit better. A really nice evening out here on the farm. Sun's just about ready to go down, but boy is it ever cold. Woo! And it's only supposed to get colder. We're going to be putting hay inside tonight, and we're going to be trying to strap the doors closed, pen all the cattle in so they have water and feed inside, bed them, do whatever they need to. 2 of these guys are going of the fat steers. I don't know which ones. Mr. Wallace here's got his horns, but I don't know if he's going. Hey, bud. But yeah, we got a pretty busy evening planned. It's gonna be cold. Our goal is, because tonight I think it's supposed to get down to like 1-2 degrees with a wind chill of like, I don't know, -10. I have to look again, I'll check for sure. But it's supposed to be like really cold, especially for our area. Cattle aren't going to be acclimated to it. The barn's going to freeze up, and just need to keep cattle warm so they'll be healthy. The barn's pretty well closed up within reason. We may put some dirt or something at places like this. I'm not sure what Dad's plan is with that, but within reason, the barn's closed up. And it's pretty good for most of the winter now. In fact, it's probably plenty closed for most of the winter. but it's gonna be really cold tonight and then this week especially. So we need to make sure our cattle stay warm. These cattle's waters usually don't freeze up throughout the day, especially, but overnight is usually when they'll freeze up a little bit. So I just need to make sure that they have water. The 2 troughs back here do. They're thawed. Now let's check the problematic one for us. For some reason, we just have had trouble this winter keeping this trough clear. Not just clear, but water coming out. Which we have a loop system set up in our barn with garden hoses, because that's what we have in an old bank barn. Yep, that's clear. With the loop, there's a loop. Water comes from the milk house, goes to each trough, down to a float, and then that float keeps the trough full, goes back to another one, same setup, to another one, same setup, comes all the way back up front, waters the horses without a float. That just has a hose running down to the trough. They don't drink throughout the day, they just drink when they get fed. That's how my aunt does it, and grandpa. Then it runs from there back into the milk house, and I'll show you how this set looks in here. So it comes through this hose into the milk house. We just have this Y on here for a valve. Let it run out. I'm gonna in fact check the temperature of that water. It was about 32, 33 when I fed, so I opened it a hair more so sure it doesn't give problems. Just a temp gun, shoot it. About 33, 34. Actually, I was up a little higher. Just sort of stay steady. 39.5. Perfect. It's gonna, so it'll be okay now. It's maybe a little bit high, like 36 is about perfect. However, it's supposed to get a lot colder tonight yet, like I was saying. So 39 is just right for now. We'll probably end up opening it even more later. According to the weather app, it's 16 degrees out, feels like 5 degrees, so that's why it feels so cold. It's supposed to get down to like 1 degree at 6 a.m. See if I can see what the wind chill is. I'm not sure. It'll feel like -8 tomorrow morning. 5-mile-an-hour winds, which isn't bad. 72% humidity, that doesn't help either. So it's gonna be like 1 or 0 degrees tomorrow morning. It's gonna feel like -6, which for central Pennsylvania is really cold. Last year I went on 2023 I went on an elk hunt. The coldest we had was like -9 degrees and you could get out of the wind. Out of the wind it didn't feel too awful bad. That's probably how this is gonna feel, just maybe a little colder because I'm still not used to it yet. But the rest of the week doesn't look much better. So in other words, just keep everybody alive and healthy. So just survive. That's what we're gonna do. Also, you may want to stick around for this next season. I think it's gonna be extremely hectic, extremely busy, especially with hay. There's some incredibly exciting, at least to me, things coming down the pipeline with the partnership. How deep into detail do I want to go? There's a few more people added. There's a little bit more property and a little bit more equipment, we'll just say. We'll go take a look at it sometime when it's not freezing out. Well, y'all, it's running about 13 degrees outside temp. Here in the barn, I'm gonna say it's closer to 25, roughly, maybe 20, without any wind. But it's still pretty cold, but it's not nearly as bad as it is outside. Dad's gathering some hay. Adrian's helping him. Set it inside here. These cattle can eat inside. You can pen them in. Oh, it's considerably warmer in here than it is outside, so that's perfect. Get these guys penned in. Not everybody's even in here. Get them in here, it'll stay nice and warm with all the cattle heat. Need to check our temp for water. 37 degrees, 38, 39. That's not bad. The barn's not as bad as you think it is. I bet you it's pretty close to that 38 degrees. What does the weatherman say it is outside right now? 11. But it's not windy yet, so I'm gonna bump that open a little bit. I don't know that we've ever had it running this fast, especially with our setup now. But I don't really feel like having to deal with frozen hoses. We did that once, twice, at least twice, if not 3 times this year. It's a little wasteful. It's really wasteful, really. But it's saving us a lot of time. Because it takes, you know, one person about a whole day to take all the hoses down, thaw them out, and put everything back up. In here, the temperature is 38 degrees. So it's pretty good. It's pretty nice and warm in here. The barn, is this 38? What do you think the barn is, Hayden? 25? Probably, around there. 25 to 30 degrees. Little smoky this morning. It's sitting right about 1 or 2 degrees. Yeah, it's a lot of smoke. She's cold. She started up fine. All right, I don't know how many hour update, but the manure is froze about right here. Up against the doors, it's froze up. That door's still holding up good. First door, and that water, the water trough back there isn't froze up. About the exact same thing here. It's frozen a little further maybe, which we have a little bit bigger of a gap there. You don't want it to be completely sealed or you won't get any air in, and the cattle won't be able to breathe properly. And this one, Adrian had told me about, but the cattle had ripped the this where it's attached, ripped that off, broke it off. So this one needs some work again. You guys quit pushing each other, and it's frozen quite a bit more. It's about 14 degrees out right now, according to my pickup, so it's roughly 14. That trough looks fine. This trough has ice in it. I bet you it's because they broke that down. In fact, I almost guarantee it. Whew. Dad could not get the feed cart to start this morning. So we may be feeding with a wheelbarrow. Alright, well that's not going to start. You little fella, eat up. I push these separate a little bit. And that's strictly to show which side has organic grain and which side doesn't. Because the beef cattle have some non-organic minerals, non-certified organic minerals, because they're more expensive and we don't sell them and they're not certified organic. They're raised organic, just not certified. The dairy heifers, however, those have all certified organic minerals. They are all certified organic. I have no idea why that unloader part's doing down here. I guess it's an unloader. Actually, no, that's a water bowl. What I'm gonna do is grab some hot water. I'm gonna try to thaw that. What's it called now? Float. Try to thaw that float a little bit. Those cattle, they have water yet, but it's not refilling. Try to get it to where it'll refill for them and keep it clear. I bet they're not drinking it fast enough. And with the door being open a little bit, because they had to rip it off, because I don't know why. We'll see. Now we know that clamp wasn't on right. It's just supposed to go on there, which is the new stout. I don't really like them, but that's what Hardworcester has. I couldn't get this to thaw out. There's still ice in there. We're gonna take the float off, take it in the house, warm it up. I'm gonna fill this with water because there is water there, just to get this cleared out. Just gonna let that run for a few minutes. Let that fill up, let them get their drinks, then shut it off. Go thaw this one out. So we're gonna take care of the cattle, make sure they're all taken care of nice and perfectly good. We'll fix that door tonight yet. I think that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.